Alright everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing about the new maps, the modes where the maps can be used, or yeah, well basically it's random. Uh, well, at least still before the lobby system appears in the game. But yeah, here's actually a breakdown of the new maps. And of course, before we start, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification to all notifications, and smash the like button to not miss a content from my channel. Let's go. Okay, and here we go. We see here a new map. Alright, and this is primarily for Iron Curtain for PvP mode. Okay, and then we got the Iron Map, or Iron Curtain rather. And this is going to be the mode for domination. There's like one flag in the middle, all right, of the map right there. And then of course we go over to maneuvers. There's like 5 flags around there in the vicinity, as you guys can see right there. All right, and then we go over to PvP. So Iron Curtain has multiple modes. In totality, it has like 5 different modes. All right, we're in which PvP, domination, maneuvers, 2 versus 2, and then lastly 3 versus 3. As you guys can see right here, there's like 2 players above a cliff, right, and then one at the back beneath the cliff, which covers both of the players at his front. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think this map is fairly awesome. So we move on to the next selection of the map here. All right. Well, not really. We're gonna go straight and have a look at the map in PvP mode and see how it is. All right. Let's go jump straight into it. All right, guys. So here we go. This new map is called Iron Curtain. The mode wherein which you can get this map here on PvP is going to be, well, PvP 1 versus 1. Now, this map is very interesting. As you guys can see, the map layout is like this. So each bases is above a cliff, where in which there's like this ramp right here, where in which you can go to. There are several access to the base, like 1, 2, 3, 2 from the back, and to the side. And also, this can also be an extension to your base, like, you can extend your base from here onwards to there, and then from this side you can also do the same from the upper left hand corner. Now, what makes this map interesting is that there's like several entrances to the base, and it gives you that height advantage due to the above the cliff thingy. So your base is above a cliff, which gives you an advantage overall, since it will be easier to defend things that you can see beneath you than when you are going to attack using a land, since you cannot gain high ground vision unless you have a helicopter or a hero for you to see them above, So yeah, I also had I took the liberty of exploring the map. Kind of interesting that way too. You see that there? Alright, so, okay, kind of like an Easter egg right there. And there's like all the containers that you can see on this map. Also, there's like this ridges right here at the top and at the bottom side. Alright, where in which you can maneuver your units or head straight to that location to go at the bottom or wherever side you want it to go. And that's very interesting here, as I kind of like this layout here. And as you can see, if you use a hawk right here, your hawk can make a 1 full lap round from here going to the top, and this map is considered as a medium-sized map. Alright, this is just my opinion, medium-sized map, of course, as your hawk can actually do this kind of thing. Alright, so on to the other side. I really like the map layout here. The texture, the trees, the autumn color, which kind of makes it more like an autumn vibe. Well, that's all to it, I really like it. I'm excited to play on this map right here. Alright. So yeah, there's this ridges right here, ridges forest in which you can hide units for the resistance, which makes it advantageous. Alright, so last round. You see? That Haw actually made one full lap there, man. Okay. So, there's like obstacles here if you're moving on land. So land, if you're going on land here, like going on a clash in the middle of the map, which will oftenly take place, you need to consider going in the middle portion right here because you can position your units there. Now going over here would be very disadvantageous due to the fact that your units will be slopped out of position or got errors of the pathfinding or whatsoever. Now, there's a lot of ridges right here in which your units can actually go to from either side of the bases. Kind of like this layout though. So, I mean, for me, I'll definitely go over here and attack so I can be at the same level as the base. And there's no need for me to scout above the cliff. If you go over here, you'll need to scout above the cliff for you to see the enemy units and gain gain an equal ground. So yeah, that's all from this map, and I really like this. Just have one more look at that, man. The houses are surreal though. I mean, kind of different vibe from the other maps that you can see there. The houses are not ruined and are livable. Just look at that, man. That's pretty decent. And I kind of like this design. Wow. Alright, that's all for this map. Moving on. And then, of course, right after Iron Curtain, we got Area 13 or Polygon 13. And this is how it looks. So it kind of suits 2 versus 2 as well as other modes as well. So we first see this in PvP, 1 versus 1. Okay, and then we see Domination here, which contains 4 flags at a diagonal position right in the middle or the center of the map. One at the top right hand and one at the one at the top right hand and then one at the bottom left hand corner. Now we go over to Maneuvers, which adds 3 or 2 more flags on top of the 4 flags in the middle. Alright, one at the bottom and one at the top. Alright, and we go over to 2 versus 2. As you guys can see, this is actually a very fair map in total. I mean, if you're going to be asking me. Although for 2 versus 2, I would say that this map is quite, quite small for a 2 versus 2 map. Alright, and that's basically all for that map. Now we jump straight to Polygon 13 or Area 13. Okay, and see how it is in a perspective of PvP. See the map layout in that point of view. Let's go. Okay, and so we head into the other new map here, but this time it's actually filled with a bunch of containers compared to the last map that we've been through. Now this map is called Polygon 13, or translated in English is Area 13. Now, we kind of have a look at the map here. Your base is above a cliff, right, which gives you the advantage in terms of defending. And there's like several entrances. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's a bunch of entrances in which you can, maneuver your units to enter and attack the base. But unlike the other maps, there's only one way here. I mean, there's only, you cannot be on equal ground unless you go above this cliff, which gives your base or the player who is defending an advantage in terms of seeing what's below the cliff, and the attacking player using land army composition, the disadvantage of not gaining high ground view, so you can see where they are going. You just need to place sniper towers around the area to, help you see below. So here are all the boxes, all right, the containers, and ooh, this looks like a candidate for another base. and this one as well. So you know, I mean, you can be spawned right here or here, here or here, and so on, which kind of looks nice, to be honest with you. I kind of like that. All right. So, in regards to this new map that I'm looking at right now, all right, it's kind of good. I like it. Just look at the middle, all right? There's like several passages for in which you can go into, maneuver your army from the middle over to the back of the base, or straight up go front. But attacking here on land will prove difficult unless you go Avia with helicopters to gain high ground view or with the help of the heroes. Now, one thing to note here is this is going to be considered as a medium-sized map, as again, a hawk can go one full lap on this map. Okay, let's go ahead and find that out, if see if that will be possible. All right, houses. Oh, are those houses? Oh, tunnels. Okay, that's cute. Tunnels right here as well, and here as well. Similar here. So it is quite symmetrical, if you ask me, and I kind of like those sandbag designs, which kind of make it like aesthetic for you to build those towers right there or have your units placed there. Especially if you're a resistance player, you'd appreciate that more since you can have your units barricaded there, you know, things like that. If you know what I mean, aesthetic. Alright, so there are plenty of trees here in which you can hide your riflemen or infantry as a resistance. So yeah, your hawk can certainly go one full round on this, so it is going to be considered as a medium-sized map. Now, it kind of goes symmetrical, alright, for the other spawning locations as well, and super containers appearing in the middle of the map, so there's nothing really imbalanced here. It's kind of favoring the, well, both factions in several aspects based on what you're going for. Alright. So yeah, I mean, I think the map overall is good, and I really like that vibe though. Just look at the trees, dude. Colorful, easy to distinguish between which is which color here. Very easy to distinguish, and it kind of has a different vibe to it than those summer vibes of the maps that we've had all the time. You know, we've been looking into seclusion, things like that. And it would be super awesome if this was an AI map, though. Yeah, I kind of thinking that it is a good skirmish map. Yeah, I kind of think it is good for a skirmish map. Alright, well, we move on to the next map. Okay, we jump straight over to Raven's Hill. Alright, so there are plenty of modes for Raven's Hill. One being the PvP. Alright, so big containers are going to spawn in those white squares in the middle of the screen. Alright, and then of course, going over to domination, there's like 3 flags in the middle. Alright, and then additional 2 maps at the center portion of the map for maneuvers. Again, for maneuvers, capture the flags, gain more, well, resource bonus or whatnot. Okay, for 2 versus 2, we got 6 possible options where the super containers are going to appear. As you guys can see right there, and there you go. Both players are either at the top or at the bottom side of the map. Kind of fair layout though, so I would say it's still a medium-sized map for 2 versus 2. Alright, well, how about 3 versus 3? Alright, when it comes to 3 versus 3, the players in the middle are, well, kind of like a long travel time. But for the players on both sides of the map, it's going to be particularly a small map for those kinds of player, or for those players who will be placed there, since their counterpart will be close to one another. Now we see here the positions where the super container are going to appear right in the middle of the map. Now we go over to see the point of view of how the map looks like in PvP. Let's go. Okay. And so we got another map right here, a new map, and it's called Raven's Hill. Okay, so we gotta look at this map right here, and your base is basically, well, at the bottom, or yeah, beneath a cliff, rather. And there's like two bridges from at the top and at the bottom. Several entrances to the base leading to, well, directly straight up to your base, and at the back, as you guys can see right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 entrances leading to your base. Now, I've actually took the liberty again to scout the map. Alright, so it is quite symmetrical once more. With those glyphs right there, I really like those trees, the colors, you know, I really like it. I'll be honest with you. This gives the resistance to hide those infantries. Alright, And all the boxes, man. I mean, I gotta say, the boxes here are so many that you can lose count. Alright, and then of course, it is considered also a medium-sized map due to the fact that, well, you know, like, you can make one full round of a hawk here and not have issues. Although it is somewhat kind of larger than the previous maps, but just a little bit. Okay, so you go above the cliff, enter the middle area of the map, where in which you can actually gain or go above a cliff. So in this is actually a key position right here for this map, a key position where in which you need to hold to gain view and advantage overall. Alright, there are several well, I really kind of like this, to be honest. This is due to the fact that there are many places where you can maneuver your units outside visual range and attack or be sneaky in terms of the attacking. You know, if you're going to be attacking anywhere else, so there's plenty of way to go about it. You either go over here or you go above here and you go intertwining or whatsoever. You can do all that. I mean, I like it. But the key location here, in my opinion, would be this glyph advantage right here. Okay, so you either position typhoons here, lay your units, and then you can just block those entrances with walls, of course, you know. Now, one thing to notice here is that you are not going to get high ground view unless you go above this glyph. So that is actually one thing you need to keep in mind of. So placing a, you know, like a sniper tower, yeah, or an anti-air tower in my case, but you can position your construction yard around this location to gain that sniper tower radius there, which kind of gives you the advantage of a high ground view and deny all scouting, at least up what's going on, you know, what's going to enter your base and the front. So I kind of like this. It's very symmetrical. Both players has the same setup, and it all comes down to just your positioning. All right. Oh, that design though. Wow, with exhaust even. Okay, that's very detailed. Okay, there's like a farm area here in the middle. Kind of like the house though. Those barrels, and then the rocks. So I mean, this area is quite spacious for a huge land mass clashing in this side of the map, you know. There's several space for that, or a huge space for that, for you to go about it. You can easily avoid Thor bombing runs or Albatross bombing runs or whatsoever. The only issue that you're going to encounter here is whoever gets this key location gets the advantage overall. But you don't really need to just position all your units right here, since your base is also open for other entrances. So you need to keep that in mind. Best thing for me here would be for Avia, you know, checking the vicinity of your base every now and then to avoid any surprise attacks. But other than that, I think this map is overall great in terms of symmetry. And just look at those containers, dude. It's like a bunch of them. Right, and I really like the positioning here, to be honest. I mean, those railroads, you know, not railroads, those cross paths or whatnot. I love it. I'm excited to play on this map. Yep. And yeah, that's all for me. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to smash the like, subscribe, and turn on the notification to all notifications so you're not going to miss any content from my channel. And yeah, for more guide videos, you can click on the left. And for interesting videos like epic battles or so, click on the right. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.